G'day cocktail lovers, I decided it's time for another barrel-aged cocktail. Really, I just needed to decide what to make. I wanted something nice and boozy that would get some real character from the barrel, and I went with a Sazerac, one of my favourites. There's a bit of argument over how you should make a Sazerac. Should it be cognac based? Should it be whiskey based? Because at different times in history that's been the go-to. I say split the difference. Why not make one that's part whiskey and a part brandy? And that's particularly easy to do when you're making a batch cocktail. It doesn't have to be barrel aged. One of the reasons I recommend batch cocktails is it gives you a lot more room to play around with the blend of what goes in. My barrel is supposed to be 1 litre, but I think it's actually more like 1.1 litres. So I'd figure out the ratios for this batch. So I went with 500 mils of whiskey, and it's mainly rye whiskies in this blend, although there's also 100 mils of a cask strength whiskey. An Australian whiskey done in the bourbon style. Don't call it bourbon because it's Australian. So there was 500 mils of whiskey went in, and there was 500 mils of brandy. There was 3 or 4 different brandies in there. Like I said, just trying to get a bit of a cross section of flavours in there. And then the bitters, which is traditionally a mix of angostura bitters, but mainly peychaud's bitters. So I actually did 30 dashes of peychaud's bitters and 10 dashes of angostura bitters. And then I had to think about what to do absinthe-wise. Normally you do an absinthe rinse in your glass that you serve the Sazerac in. I thought the whole purpose of this is to be poured straight from the bottle. So I'll include the absinthe as well. But over that more than 1 litre of liquid, I just put 30 mils of absinthe in. And then I stirred all that with some sugar syrup. I had 100 mils of sugar syrup in there. And then that went into the barrel. And I did some periodic tasting of it from the barrel, like once a week, and ultimately it stayed in there for 3 weeks. I saved some of the Sazerac, not barrel aged, so I could get a direct comparison. Having decanted, this is from the barrel. It is slightly visibly darker. That's what usually happens when you barrel age one. But tasting my straight up Sazerac first. Oh, I love Sazeracs. I really like the fact I've got to put the blend of flavours in here. It's actually like quite a complex flavour set in there with 6 or 7 different spirits in there and the dash of absinthe as well. But now, how much difference did barrel aging make? Oh, that's picked up a little bit of smoke from the barrel because the inside of the barrel is charred. It's just made all the flavours richer. Like, I was really enjoying my unaged Sazerac, but it's next level aging it in the barrel. Yet again, I'm really glad I got the barrel. I have 3 barrels because I obsessed about it and I have different things in them at different times. I couldn't be bothered waiting because some of the things I leave in for months. Notably, I have some new made spirit in one of them now that's going to be there for at least 3 months, if not 6 months. So I'll be unveiling that sometime in the future and I'll share that with you. But for now, yet again, a quality Sazerac, a quality drink's come out of the barrel, and it looks like it's time for some double fisting for me. So I better sign off. I'll talk to you again later. Hope to see you soon, but until I do see you again, I'll say cheers.